everyone, Shawn Clement here and with Savannah. For Wisdom in Golf, Strokes of Genius, right? You like that slogan?
Yeah.
We like that slogan, Strokes of Genius, because you are a genius. And we're not talking about, we're not trying to blow smoke up our butts.
We mean you guys.
We mean you guys, exactly. So these are strokes of genius for the geniuses that are behind this camera. So today we're talking about the 4 musts if you want to get more juice in your swing. And this is something that I'm working with a lot of our students over the course of the winter.
Yeah.
And one of the major topics of, and a lot that is really holding a lot of people back is the way they load and release the club.
Right.
So if you were to look at how your wrists hinge in the backswing, so look at this, guys. Isn't this gorgeous? So we have above our thumb here a little cavity called the anatomical snuff box. It is a medical term. So if you want to have a look at one of my grip videos, go to Best Video on Grip Ever and Knife the Grip. So those 2 videos right there are going to get your grip in a position where you're going to be able to do this. So you need a really good grip to do this. So go ahead and take your backswing and stop. Beautiful. So we've got this beautiful hinge on those anatomical snuff boxes. So go down the line here. Pretend you're going to swing towards the wall. So notice how, a lot of people would say this is a cupped position. But notice how both hands are hinging beautifully together. And look at how close that club face is. Well, she's still 20 degrees off of what Dustin Johnson has at the top of his backswing. So that's not it's not considered a too strong of a grip. It's like 40 degrees short of a strong grip.
Yeah.
Because it's extremely functional for you, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you were playing baseball. Here's a baseball bat. Pitcher's over there. So let's see you get ready, wait for the pitch. Where are your hands?
The same as my freaking golf.
The same as your freaking golf swing. And you don't play baseball, do you?
No.
Right? Every solid ball player is in that position right there. You would have made a great ball player.
Thanks.
So where, you notice how they're both hinging on those snuff boxes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now snap a ball out there over the pitcher's head. So, whoa, what happened there? Keep going. Yeah. What are the snuff boxes doing at the end?
Hinging.
Rehinging,
Yeah.
aren't they? See how it's rehinged?
Yeah.
So now you could actually bat a ball that way now, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Boom. Wow, you feel that snap over here?
Yeah.
Snap it. Snap it. So where do you feel the snap in each direction?
Here and here.
Not over here.
No.
So you wouldn't wait for the ball. So we're getting hit one over the pitcher's head. So here comes the ball. You tell me when you need to hit it in order to get to the pitcher's head. Look at that. See where she is? Right? So do it this way. Get ready for the pitch. Here comes the pitch. Right? So bring it back into your backswing. Would you wait for the ball to come all the way here and then hit?
No.
It's way too late at that point, isn't it?
That's going straight left.
Exactly. That is foul ball,
Yeah.
right? Or a strikeout.
Yeah.
So notice you have a place to put the pitch. So let's say just over this diamond-shaped target here, over this window is center field. So here comes the ball. Look how instinctively that is. Nobody messes this up because you got a place to put it. And look at how strong those hands look right there. So you're actually collecting the ball there, releasing the ball there. And after that release, do you feel how something's got to give?
Yeah.
Or else you're going to break those wrists.
Yeah.
So show me through. It has to release.
Yeah.
So there's a release of that anatomy there, right? So if you were playing tennis, show me a top spin backhand down the line. That's it. Let's see it again. So here comes the tennis ball. We're going to put it right through here. Here comes the tennis ball. Look at that. Isn't that baseball?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So, and then you're brushing through. Well, that's it. There's a release there. You have to, the anatomy has to give, or else something you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So the anatomy is built for doing circles. If we were doing topspin backhand and ping pong, it would be exactly the same thing. So here's your club. And let's get you a nice intermediate point here. So you want left edge of that intermediate point, and let's see a nice high draw right over that diamond-shaped target. Hang on. I think I might have waved something in front there, yeah. There we go. So you got your target in mind? All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Exactly where you want it to start it. Yeah. Wow, what a golf shot, Sav. So carry was just a little over 140, 142, beautiful spin. I mean, your spin has been very consistent. That started 4 degrees left with about 800 spin back to the right, and you're 4 feet to the pin. That is freaking beautiful, right? So all because you had this gorgeous hinge. Yeah. I see so many players out there where they're trying to make sure they don't make a mistake, and they're trying to hit the ball instead of, here, let me hit one.
You go for it.
All right? So you have students who are trying to be so careful that they hold on to the wrist. They don't want to make a mistake. Well, that would be like if I'm hammering a nail into a door frame, it would look like that instead of that. And there's no way that you could throw anything or do anything with power. If I wanted to go fishing, I wouldn't go fishing like this, right? I've got to allow that arm to fold. And you notice how your brain is this incredible self-preserving machine. In a million years, you would never cast like this. You would never collapse the arm because it just takes too much effort to uncollapse it. So there's a wonderful tone that occurs. Notice how that arm, doesn't want to bend any more than that, so I can perform this beautiful casting motion that's very efficient. So the brain is constantly seeking the path of least resistance. So we're gathering on those snuff boxes, and then when we release through into the picture, we want to allow them to release, and we don't want to be the ones to be placing. So many of you are stuck up on the fact that you think that you have to hit the ball straight.
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist, does it? No. So the more you try to hit the ball straight, so let me see you hit a tennis shot with no spin. Like, when was the last time you watched tennis where there was no spin on the ball? Never, right? So no spin is a flat stroke, right? So you'd have to stop here.
Yeah.
Because if you continue, the anatomy wants to release.
Right.
So you'd have to stop.
Yeah.
That's like a bunt in baseball or a checked swing in baseball. That's like a flat ping pong backhand, like when Forrest Gump started to play ping pong. And then you notice that Forrest Gump was starting to get a lot more free in his movement, right? So this beautiful movement that you're performing, so I've got my direction that I want to release on, so I'm gathering my backswing. I got this wonderful fold and hinge. At one point, if I stay straight with the arms, there's no way that I could go any further than this.
It's just so awkward too.
So I have to allow that arm to fold, and then the hinge carries everything up into a nice position where, hey, I'm playing baseball. I would never start my baseball swing from here, right? Why would you do that? So you're waiting for the pitch. Why? So you notice as the pitch comes, there's a nice extension, and then there's a drop. And you've got that in spades in your swing, right? So we gather up so that we can whip the snot out of that club towards the target. So we're looking for, number one, we got to allow that arm club unit to load. Now, let's say you're going to hit a shot in that direction again. Show me a backswing and stop. Okay, so notice how her elbows are very close to each other and how your hands are right out in front of your body.
Yep.
How is that? How is it that you're able to do that?
By turning.
By turning, right? So if we were to look at, let's say, a wonderful example, do you remember the sword analogy?
Yes.
Okay, show me a backswing. So Savannah's got a sword, and she's going to grab this machete, and she's going to slice through this imaginary bamboo shoot in front of us. Fantastic. Do a full backswing. Look at how much she's turned her whole backside to the target. And the only way this can move out of the way is if it's carried by the legs, right? So you remember, and this is what we're going to show you in one of the next videos. This is so important. We're going to elaborate on that in 1 or 2 videos coming up. And it's the only way to get your width so that your arms can stay together in front of you. So if you do a backswing and don't move the legs at all, let's resist here, don't move. So where do you feel all the tension?
In here.
You feel tension in your legs?
In my hips.
Hips, back. Notice how this is starting to collapse.
Yeah.
And then this is starting to fall behind you,
Yeah.
right? So now it's collapsing back into your... So now if your arms go to the... Face that way now. Don't move the lower body. Take that backswing. So notice now her arms are completely collapsed. I see this way too often. So these collapsed arms have no power. You've sapped it right out so that there's no tone. You're going to have to make manipulations to come back to the ball because you're completely out of position.
I can't even stay in that position without it hurting.
Right.
And I'm not even hitting the ball.
Right. So if I were to say, no, this is the way golf is supposed to be, you'd find a way to do it.
I'd be like, you're fired as my coach.
Right, okay. And I wouldn't blame you. So let's see you take a backswing and stop. Look at that. So notice her whole chest is facing your whole rib cage, and look at that beautiful width right there. That is a completed, loaded arm unit that's really going to help you whip the snot out of it, right? So let's see, hit one more shot. These are just smooth little 8-irons from a 5'4" girl with itsy bitsy hands and wrists. Right on. Really solid strike. So you pulled it a little bit, right? So what would you say would be the issue on that again?
I just didn't release to the left edge of my intermediate.
That's it. So one thing that is gold, right, is that you have a right side spin consistently.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is stay with your target.
Yeah.
But what was the quality of the strike light?
It was really good.
It was really good. 146 carry, 100 feet in the air. You know, just that's very enviable numbers, even for the LPGA Tour standards, because you're a club and a half to 2 clubs in distance higher than the average on the LPGA. So LPGA Tour is 220 with the driver, 218 point something carry, and your carries are routinely in 250 range. Yeah. And how many drives? I mean, you approached a 300-yard mark a couple of times this summer, right? But it was, we'll try again this year.
Yeah, it was good conditions too.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, because ring that little bell too, that little sucker. You know?
You get notified when we upload a video. And leave comments down below letting us know what you think and what you'd like to see.
Right on. Awesome job. All right.